Hetepabet. This is Ursa Ma'at Ra. Setepin Ra. Ramessu MeriAmun. And today's video is entitled Demon Possession. Demon Possession. Now, I want to talk about this because people have been asking me to make videos about this particular subject and my views on it. And I'm going to give it from a comedic perspective because that's the only way I can give it, because the comedic way is the righteous way. So my views on demon possession are, and it's not from a Christian view, and there's no disrespect to Christian people. See, most people, they look at demons as a physical thing. Well, I won't say physical, but in a sense physical, something that can jump inside of you and take control of you, therefore placing the blame on something other than yourself. So, example, this guy goes crazy and starts doing a bunch of evil things. Oh, he was possessed by the devil. He was possessed by a demon. And that's the reason why this and this and this and that happened. That's not the reason why that happened. I'm going to tell you exactly why it happened. He was evil. He has an evil heart. It's him. It's his self. It's his own personality that needs to be cleansed, that needs to be purified. So don't be trying to blame all your evil actions and everything you do on some demons, on some outside force that can take control of your body and persuade you or cause you to do things. No, it's you. It's your own wicked heart that needs to be cleansed and purified by the wisdom teachings. That's what you need. You need wisdom. That's the only way you can purify your heart and do righteous things. Blaming some outside forces of the so-called devil is you. You're evil. You need to change. You need to get enlightenment. Or like the Bible brothers and sisters say, you need to repent. Or like we say in comedics, you need to reach enlightenment. Purify yourself. But like I said, most people blame their actions on the devil or some demon or some outside force that's outside of themselves. It's you. It's within. It's you. Because you can make the decision to not do those things. Everybody has the capacity. So, and that's a person that's not able to take responsibility for their own actions. And, human beings have strayed away from being able to take responsibility for their actions, always blaming someone else or something else for why this hasn't happened or that hasn't happened, when it's really you. And I'll tell you what I mean by when I say it's you. From a comedic perspective, the demons, when they possess you, they come from within, from within your own personality. And the demons, they come in the form of jealousy, envy, anger, hatred, greed, lust, elation, passion, desires, etc. Those type of things. So if you look at jealousy, envy, anger, these are the things that can lead to violence or physical harm of other individuals based off someone's emotions. So if someone goes into a negative emotional state, they can cause harm to other people. And these are the demons. And one allows their self to get to this state. The human mind is extremely powerful. Okay? The mind, which resides in the heart, is extremely powerful. And the mind can make you sick if you think you're sick. If you put yourself in the mind state that you're a sick person, then the body will follow. So the mind is that powerful. That's what I'm trying to get all of you who are listening to see. So if you're in a negative state of mind, jealousy can arise, anger, hatred can arise, envy. These are the demons. These are the demons that you're always fighting. An example of jealousy being a demon. Say you have a person that's jealous of you around you, okay? This person just purely has to be jealous. Forget about demon possession. Forget about any of that, okay? Let's just look at it from the perspective of the person just being in a jealous state. Now let's take this person in a jealous state, right? And let's say this person is your friend, your family, brother or sister, somebody you grew up with, and they have this jealousy inside them, and you don't know about it. So now you have a person next to you that could potentially sabotage some of the things that you're trying to accomplish. Because you have a person that's jealous of you. That jealousy can breed into hatred. Because as you grow and things get better and better for you, and they might not be going as good for that person can grow a deep hatred for you. That jealousy, which is already a demon, can turn into hatred, which is another demon. So, do you see how jealousy alone can lead to other things, and jealousy alone is a demon? Hatred, anger, especially when you get angry for not a legit reason. Now, there is a law of Ma'at that says don't get angry unless for a just cause. So there are justifiable reasons to be angry. But some reasons that people get angry are not legit or justifiable reasons to be angry. Some people get angry over petty things. So what I'm saying is jealousy, I'm just showing you how these things are demons and how they arise from deep within people. And it comes out into the physical world, and you become a victim of it, especially if you're around that person. And that person's demons overtake them, their jealousy, their envy, their greed, their lusts, everything that, all the evils that they contain that they can't deal with or that they haven't dealt with within themselves. And now that evil destroys your life just because you're hanging around them or you're, entertaining them in some aspect of your life. So that's what I'm saying. So demons, these are the demons It's not some evil spirit technically, literally jumping in you. That evil energy arises from you, from within you. You generate it. You generate it. You're the portal for the demons. You allow them to come in. Jealousy, envy, hate, all those things. These are the demons. This is why the world is wicked. Greed, that's a demon. These all arise from within a human being that one must take control of. That's what the ancestors, the ancient Kemetnu ancestors taught us, that you must control these demons, aka negative emotions, negative energy. That jealousy and those demons run deep. The anger, the hatred, the greed. Jealousy can stop people from building with each other. Just being jealous of a person. You may be a guy, right, that may have a beautiful wife. And you may have a friend around you that's jealous of that. And he will be, telling your wife things about you that you don't even know he's telling her. You see what I'm saying? That's an example of how jealousy can destroy and cause confusion and tear down a household, or it can tear your life down. So I'm just giving you an example of the things that can happen with those demons that arise from a human being's personality. Everybody has these demons within them, but it's up to you to keep them locked away, keep them under control, so that you can let the essence and the power and the glory and the beauty of God shine through you, and not those negative aspects. People don't even have to be jealous. They can actually go out and accomplish their own greatness. Or the person that they're jealous of, they can actually ask them, humble themselves and say, hey, how did you achieve that? Can you teach me? There's always ways to learn things. So say you have a jealous person around you. A jealous person can set you up. A jealous person can lie on you. A jealous person can even kill you. So you see how demonic ways and demonic actions can arise from just a person being jealous of you. So that's why in the Kemetic teachings, jealousy is considered a demon, because more evil can arise just from an individual being jealous. So in the Kemetic wisdom teachings, jealousy is considered a demon. Whereas in the biblical teachings, jealousy would be an aspect of something that's outside of you taking control of you. When in fact, when you look at the Kemetic perspective, that's more true. And I'm not saying that the Christian perspective isn't true. It's just the way it's being explained. You see what I'm saying? The demonic force that's possessing the person is from within the person's own personality, which also stems from the person's heart. So you have to change your heart. And everybody can do it. A person can change the way they think and view and look at things. So you can escape negative thoughts by replacing them with positive thoughts. So I'm just giving you an example of how jealousy is a demon. Hatred in comedics is another demon. This arises from within. Hatred. When you have hate for another person, especially for no reason, that's demonic. That's demonic. And it doesn't, see, for you to be taken over by an outside force and be controlled, and that's something that's out of your control. How can you get in trouble or be judged for something that an outside force takes control of your body and does? That doesn't make any sense. But what does make sense is whatever form of hate that you have, it developed from within your own self, and you have the power to change that, but you didn't want to because you wanted to be hateful, and you let that seed grow, that seed of hate grow, because you didn't want to change it. So it grew, and it turned into something even more violent and demonic. And that has nothing to do with an outside force. That has everything to do with you. That's why in comedics, you're responsible for your own fate. You judge yourself because it's you that commit the actions. You are responsible for yourself. You're responsible for your own actions. The Great Spirit gave you free will to do whatever you please in this physical world. These things come with consequences. Yes, they do. But you have the free will to do whatever you please. And you have to accept the consequences that come along with whatever you choose to do. So, in comedics, anger, hatred, greed, lust, all these things are the demons. Lust, I give an example with lust. A man could be married and he has a very gorgeous wife. This happens all the time in real life. This man has a gorgeous wife. Another man sees this man's wife, and instead of being a good brother and saying, this woman is married, let me not even look at this woman, touch this woman, let me not even look this woman's way, let me have respect for my fellow man and my brother, and let me not even look that way. This brother decides to entertain this woman, knowing that she's married to someone. So he's lusting after this woman, which belongs to another man, from a physical aspect. So he's lusting after this woman. He ends up maybe sleeping with this woman. The husband finds out. A whole family's destroyed. Someone may even get killed because the husband may not be able to control his emotions fully, and he goes crazy, and the demonic forces take over him, which arise from him, and he kills his wife, maybe kills the guy that she cheated with. But what I'm showing you is how lust, envy, jealousy, all these things lead to violence and destruction and chaos and confusion. These are the demons in society which arise from every single human being. Every human being has the capacity to be jealous, hateful, greedy, angry, but it's up to you to control these things, to put the set in check and let the Heru rise. So in comedics, when you're possessed by demons, you're possessed by your own emotions or your own uncontrollable thoughts that arise from your mind, your heart. So you have the power to make a decision to say, hey, I'll do this or I'm not going to do that. But if you decide to do that, just know that comes with a consequence. If you decide to do that, just know that that comes with a consequence, whether it be a good consequence or a bad consequence. A consequence can be good or bad. So just know that when one is possessed by demons, they're possessed by jealousy. They're jealous, they're greedy, they're wicked, they're lustful, manipulative, all those evil things. Even passion. Passion is not a good thing. Passion is a demon. Why? Because when you're full of passion, passion can cause you to hurt people. You can be passionately in love with someone. You can have so much passion for something that it causes you to commit unrighteous actions. That's the only reason passion is bad. The only passion that's good is when you have passion for the divine. When you have a passion for the Great Spirit and you have a passion in doing righteousness. That's the only time passion can be anything good. But passion, on average, is not a good thing. That represents that can lead to demonic actions. And remember what I said, a demon is not some outside force that can possess you and cause you to do things. It's all from within. You do the things you do because you want to do them. There's no demon that gets inside you and causes you to kill someone. When you do those things, that's something that you wanted to do. That's a hate or an envy or a jealousy that developed from within you. And you couldn't control it, and you did whatever you did. So let's see what the Perm Heru has to say about this. Page 190 in the Perm Heru. The demons of the lower self are the chains that bind a human being to negativity, worldly entanglements, sinful thoughts, and activities. The demons of the lower self. What are the lower self? What is the lower self? Your lower aspect. The lower aspects of your personality. That feeling you get when you were a little child and someone gave your brother 10 cookies and you got 8 cookies. Just give you an example. And you got that burning, upset feeling that he got 10 cookies and you got 8 cookies. That's your lower self. See what I'm saying? So those feelings and those emotions are the chains that bind you to negativity and worldly entanglements. So that's pretty much what the Perm Heru is saying. You create your own demons. You bind yourself with your own demons through your own thoughts, your own activities and actions. Perm Heru, page 190. This is an important passage which clearly states that the enemies, the fiends, the demonic aspects of personality, lower aspects of personality, anger, hatred, greed, lust, envy, jealousy, elation, passion, etc., are within the personality of a human being and not outside as demons or a devil. Do you see what the Perm Heru says and teaches us? The wisdom teachings say that these are the lower aspects of one's personality. Anger, hatred, greed, lust, envy, jealousy, passion, etc. All these things are within you. And you allow these things to come out and control you. They're within your personality. And it's not outside of you. It's not some demon or some devil. It's you. You can't blame anybody but yourself. That's why in the teachings of the Bible, you end up in the lake of fire in hell. Not anybody else, you. Because it's you. Same thing with the Meru. When you pass away and you go to the spirit world and you experience hellish conditions and you have a hellish experience in the duat, you are the person that created these hellish conditions for yourself. You're the author. Nobody else. You see, so the demons are within you. You allow the demons to take control. But it's from within yourself through these emotions and these feelings. Page 190. And this points out exactly what we just discussed. Page 190 in the Meru. The demons of the mind are hatred, greed, jealousy, lust, envy, which cannot escape truth. So, the demons of the human mind, which arise from the human mind, hatred, greed, jealousy, lust, envy, etc., all those things, they cannot escape truth. The truth is the truth no matter what, no matter how much you don't like it, no matter how much hate you have, no matter how jealous you are of something, the truth is the truth. So these aspects of the lower self or the lower aspects of the human personality, they cannot escape truth. And what represents the aspect of the lower nature? None other than Set. Set represents the lower aspects of a human being's personality. And Set is what the Christians copied when they came up with the devil. And again, I'm not taking shots at Christian people. I love Christianity. It's Christianity came out of ancient Kemet. So what Christianity does, it just causes people to look at things literally. Like, for example, you would think a literal demon is taking control of you and causing you to do things when it's you. It's your own negative. It's your own negativity. It's your own negative thoughts. It's all from within you. You have a lot of changing to do within yourself. The evil comes from within you. It's no outside force controlling you, making you do anything. It's just like when you do something good. Does a person say that the angel took control of me and made me do something good? No. You did something good because you wanted to do it. It was you. Just like when you do something bad, it was you that did it. And that's the truth. And if anything else, a person was under the influence of something, if they do something bad and they're not aware of it. Either you was under the influence of some type of drugs or you were under the influence of alcohol, and all those things cause negativity. Those are negative things. Drugs and alcohol, those things are negative, and they cause people to do negative things that a person normally wouldn't do if they weren't under the influence of alcohol or drugs. So that's why when you go into a alcohol shop or a liquor store, they call it a spirits. You're coming to buy spirits because these spirits, this alcohol causes certain emotions that are deep within to come out, whether they be negative emotions or positive emotions. But most of the time, when people drink alcohol, negative emotions arise. So that's why they call these stores spirits, because they cause negative emotions. If you already have jealousy in your heart, alcohol can intensify the feeling of jealousy, or, that emotion. If you're already angry at someone, you can drink alcohol and the anger will be intensified. You see? So the things that are already within, alcohol has the power to intensify these things. That's why it's called a spirit. All right, so back to Set. Set represents the beasts or the demons we must conquer within ourselves. So you got to remember, Set is what the other religions took and made the devil. That's how the devil came to be, because they took the ancient Kemetic concept or ancient Egyptian concept of Set, which represents the lower nature, and represents darkness and confusion, and they created the devil or Lucifer. Okay, so, and it gets deeper than this, because even the Bible talks about certain things. God in the Bible says that he created the light and the darkness, the good and the evil. You see? So, wait, I think it says, I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. All these things are a creation of the one, because you got to remember, Set and Azar, if you know about the Kemetic story, Set and Azar came from the same source. Set and Azar have the same mother, which is Nut. And Azar represents goodness and Set represents evil. So, and there's more about Set than just evil. There's more to Set than just evil, but that's a whole nother video. But Set represents evil and Azar represents goodness, and they both came from the same source. You see? And I'm just showing you how in the Bible God also spoke and said that I am the negative and the positive, or the darkness and the light. And it's pretty much the same thing. So Set, which is now in present times the devil, represents the beasts or the demons we must conquer within ourselves. The beasts. And why are they the beasts that we must conquer within ourselves? Because in ancient Kemet, the demons of jealousy, envy, hatred, anger, all those things were represented by scorpions and snakes. The lower aspects of the personality were represented by, snakes, insects. These are the things that represented the lower aspect. Scorpions, these represent the demons. Remember, metaphorically speaking. Ignorance, passions, desires, restlessness of the mind, pain, temptation, lust, greed, depression, insecurity, fear. All these things are demons. The wisdom teachings of ancient Kemet teach us that these are the demons that reside within you, that you must overcome and conquer if you wish to lead a righteous, good, healthy life. It's not some outside force. God gave you free will to do whatever you want. You can accept the demons, or you can take the righteous route and you can expel the demons. It's all up to you. You have free will. You are mighty and you are powerful. God is always with you. MeriAmun, page 247. Let's go on. I want to make my point more. And I'm using the MeriAmun to make these points. We were just talking about the beasts that Set represents, the beasts or the demons. So page 247 in the MeriAmun, or the Egyptian Book of the Dead, it talks about, and that's what they call it. They call it the Egyptian Book of the Dead. And the only reason they call it the Egyptian Book of the Dead is because it was found in what they call today, present-day Egypt. And it was found with our ancestors buried in the coffins and in the tombs. Okay, these writings were found in the coffins and in the tombs. So they called it the Book of the Dead once they put the book together. But it's really called the MeriAmun. So here we go, 247. The demons are usually depicted as animal forms, crocodiles, serpents, scorpions, etc. In a mystical sense, these represent the dark forces, in a mystical sense, which emerge in the mind of an unrighteous person. Lust, greed, anger, hatred, jealousy, envy. Do you see? So when a person is unrighteous, it starts with the mind. They have dark forces emerging in their mind. They're greedy. They want to have more than others. They will kill others to attain more. They would do unrighteous things to other people to attain more, to get a certain feeling, to do what they want to do. These are what dwell in the mind of an unrighteous person. Greed, lust, hatred for other people, jealousy for what other people may have accomplished, and they didn't accomplish anything. Envious for what other people may have. Someone may have a beautiful family, a beautiful wife. They may have their stuff together and you're jealous and envious of it. And you might go out and you might hurt that person. These are the demons that cause harm to other people. These are the demons, depression, the things that people experience within the human mind that they can overcome if they focus themselves and overcome it. That's why it's important to study the teachings of the ancestors. It's very important to study the teachings of I'm talking about the correct way, not all this other stuff. Not all this other stuff. Running around wearing unks, calling yourself a god or a goddess when you're not even living up to that. You're not a goddess. You're not a god. You're not any of that. You don't study the wisdom teachings. You don't follow the teachings of the ancestors, but you like to wear the jewelry. You like to wear the ankh. You like to put on the comedic raps and the style. You like that. You like all of that stuff. You like to look intelligent. You like to look like you represent the ancestors when you really don't. Let's be honest. You don't represent the ancestors. You're still the same person. You never applied the knowledge to your life. You never taught it to your children. You don't teach it to your children. You still live the same way. It's important to study the teachings. Shatat Netter, the wisdom teachings, are for the purpose of transforming the mind of an individual to attain power or control over the spirits of the demons, which are the egoistic tendencies, that arise from the mind, and over the gods and goddesses, the virtuous qualities, meaning you take control over the evil qualities that reside in your personality, and you put those qualities down. You put them under control. And you take those virtuous qualities within yourself and you put them at the forefront. You're still in control because you're taking all the good things about you, and that's how you're living. You're a person that's in control. Okay, so the demons are jealousy, envy, lust, greed, anger, hatred, jealousy, passion, elation, manipulation, confusion. All these things are the demons that hunt every single human being out there every single day. And if you would all just overcome these demons, the world would be a better place for everybody. Everybody will be able to learn about God in peace so that we can escape reincarnation and transcend time and space. But no, none of you out there can take control of your mind. Take control of those demons, jealousy, envy, hate, that's preventing you from having a better life. That's preventing you from finding out the ultimate truth of existence. Just because you're too weak to overcome. You're too weak to overcome what happened to you in the past. These things are demons. Be powerful, following the footsteps of the ancient African ancestors of ancient Kemet. Overcome. You say you're a god, you say you're a goddess. Overcome. This is Ursa Ma'at Ra Satepin Ra, Ramessu MeriAmun. Fight those demons. It's not an outside force. They come from within you. Those emotions, those feelings. It's not some outside force. You have the power to control the way you carry yourself, the way you act, how you treat other people. You have the power. Hetep.